British uni boys call home from boot camp. Now, if I remember correctly, these cats have been away from home for, depending on when these calls happened. Okay, it does say after a few days of intense Navy training with no phones, we prepared a little surprise for the boys. So it's been a few days. Well, let me tell you something. A lot of people that commented on the first series of videos that we did about the boys going through boot camp, lots of people had lots of things to say. Some of the people talked about how the boys didn't take it seriously, or it was only a few days. It wasn't hard enough. The military is soft now. Like the comments ranged from they didn't like it and how it was run to this brought me back. It's nice to see, yada, yada. And that's always the way it goes. It's always going to be a broad spectrum. Can't please everybody all the time. But apparently one of the things that I had said or I had talked about was that one of the guys, or maybe it happened a couple times, I think I remember, where the guys would be in a quick interview, right? I'm talking like the students would be in an interview and they would start to have like this emotional break. And I remember at one point being like, man, it's only been a few days. Like, what's going on? And then watching them kind of console each other. Well, let me tell you, even after a few days, depending on your upbringing and your family and how you feel about things, how many times you've been away from home, even a day or two can make a huge difference. After we watch some of this, I'll give you a couple examples that I have from my experience where phone calls like this, better than winning the lottery.
So we don't need to rush. Are you coming in, Olja?
Yeah, I'll come.
Yeah, you just come in, sit down there, I'm usual thing. You sit down there.
Oh!
Oda's right there. I thought it's a video call.
Ça va?
Wow!
Oh, comment il savait ton numéro?
Oh my God! Hello, Mum.
That's so cool.
Hello. How are we doing?
I'm doing well. My goodness, you look like a sort of superhero.
I was about to say that the woman on the screen looks very similar to my mum.
Is she there?
Hey, Mum.
Oh, hi, darling. How are you?
Oh, you shift up a little bit.
How's my mum there?
Hi, Jaden. Why, you don't want to see me?
I don't know you're gonna be there.
You just look straight into the camera.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
Where the hell have you been?
Hi, Mum, you alright?
No.
Oh, don't. Oh, Mum.
Hello.
Surprise, surprise. Did you know you were coming in to see me?
No, I thought I was just about to do an interview. Have you noticed anything
Did you get
different?
the haircut?
Look at my hair.
But you look amazing with your hair. You should keep it like that.
Do you think?
You look really nice.
Yeah, I quite like it now as well. I've got used to it.
Whoa! What a nice haircut, Ahmed.
T'as vu?
Oh my God. You look good. You look good like Navy SEALs. Korean
Yes.
Navy SEALs.
That's what I did today.
You had a haircut?
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah, I think it looks really nice. Come a bit closer to the camera so I can see it. I think it looks really good.
Thank you.
My God, you look completely different. Your haircut looks great. Well, I'm glad you're alive.
I know, bloody, only just, right?
It's a nice surprise. I'm happy to see you.
I'm so happy to see you as well because I've been texting you and when you didn't reply, I was thinking, oh, well, anyway, I thought you would be busy.
I haven't had a phone for the last 3 days.
So I hear.
And tell me about your experience having iPhone free for 3 days.
I think that was okay. You had no time, exactly. As soon as it's bedtime, you just want to sleep.
Why don't we send Mom to a camp like this?
4 days. I feel like it's been 4 days. I'm not speaking to you for 20 minutes. And that's because we've had a row.
You alright? I miss you.
I miss you too much.
I hate seeing you cry, Mum.
Well, you made me cry. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been tough though. I've missed you. I've missed everyone.
Well, tell me what you've been up to then.
Oh, it's just... basically, it's been a hectic, Mum. It's been really hectic.
Your hotel room was amazing.
I know. It's 15 grand a night.
Bloody
What?
hell.
What the hell is that?
Was amazing.
I know.
What is that? When did this happen?
15 grand a night.
That was the very first episode? Oh, man, that looks so cool. I want that.
Your room was
Hey, Josh, Ollie, can we set this up?
I know.
Can I go there too? You can just leave the MREs on that table right there in the middle. That's fine. We'll keep it simple.
15 grand a night.
bloody hell.
Like, it feels like weeks since we were there. It's been such long days.
I'm so tired. We got put into boot camp.
Okay.
Like, full-on boot camp. My
Sore.
legs are so sore. It took me about 3 minutes to get up the stairs just to come to this interview.
Natalie, my wish has come true. I always say that I wish you could go to a military camp so
I
that you
told
can
them that
get
as well.
discipline, waking up early, making your bed.
The first day was probably one of the best days. You know I can't swim, and we was in the Navy Academy, so there's a lot of swimming. The first thing we have to do, we have to jump 5 meters from some platform straight into the water. Obviously, we have a life jacket on. There's another exercise where we have to hold on to each other in the water. 5 of us hold on together and push and float. Everyone's screaming, shouting.
Were you scared?
I wasn't scared. I was just confused. I was just doing what everyone else was doing. I get Mr. Smith as my partner. You know, he's big. I'm not that big. I have to get in the water, pull him, float backwards, and pull him all the way to the end and kick and float.
I had to sit out. I wanted to like obviously motivate the boys and they could do well, but I was too scared I was going to get shouted at by the DI.
Because we were so tired from everything in the day, the moment I lie down in the bed, I fall asleep.
You're in bed and you have to lay in attention, not sleep until you're told to sleep. When you sleep, you've got to wait 30 minutes before you can go to the toilet.
We had to wake up at 5:45 every morning. An alarm goes off, and you don't have time to think. You have to get up, you have to make your bed, and stand at attention.
Push-ups, pull-ups.
Yes, push-ups, pull-ups. We had to carry a log for about an hour.
Wow.
So it was about 10 kilos each, and we had to carry it for 40 minutes, lifting it above our heads, putting it down, and then we had to put it on our heads. Extremely painful.
We had to do crawling, and then we went to we had to go under barbed wire, soaking wet.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness, wow.
I think physically challenging. I'm really sore, but I think it's been really mentally challenging. I haven't had my phone. Like, I haven't looked at myself in the mirror for... Like, it's weird. It's really, really strange.
It was tough because you don't have any choice over anything. It's not like, oh, I wake up, I shower at 6:30.
You can really see the difference in discipline between the people our age in Korea compared to back in England.
All the platoons were really good at listening to orders and executing, and even though there were some that were less physically fit, they would just do it. No one stopped or abandoned, so it was really impressive.
And then this morning, bloody hell, honestly, this morning, I'll tell you this, crazy. I cannot believe I'm saying this to you. It's ridiculous. We went into a gas chamber. I'm not joking.
Really?
It was so hard.
My God, that's like really full on then.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that people do that. It's
No, but Mum,
horrible.
I thought we kept like the mask. You know when you have the bit here, so we had to open it and hold the thing in the air.
It's like breathing in danger. You can feel it burning your throat and your eyes start going.
I was very close to shutting the cameras off.
I don't even know the amount of money you'd have to pay me to go back in that room for 2 minutes. It was bad.
And you're totally at the mercy of orders, right? You're literally, giving all authority to the drill instructors, and actually they're the ones that are protecting you.
It's the drill armor. It's for an academic like you, it looks stupid, but when you are in crazy situation, level of stress being the highest, you just need to have mechanical brain memory of things you have learned at this. So that's training. So you have to accept it.
Yeah, well, you have to experience those things if you are training to be in the army, right?
It's true.
Because they do use tear gas a lot when they.
I was more thinking about you, to be honest.
Oh right, yes.
I was just like, oh.
Our drill instructor said that I did the best, so there's that.
I would have said that anyway. Mom doesn't know. She won't see this episode for probably 6-8 months. Mom, they said I was the best. They said I should just be the general. Yeah, don't watch the show, though. It's boring.
Just throw yourself into something when you do it. Yeah, that's probably...
That was the biggest thing. It was the mental thing that I was really good at.
But I'm so happy I done it because it was scary, but it was good. I could actually say that I've done something like that.
Yeah, that's an amazing accolade. It really is.
And also, the people we're doing it with, like,
they're 20-year-olds, but they look so young. All these Koreans, they all have to do the service.
It's really given me a lot of respect to anyone that's done a military service.
And they're doing it for such long periods. Like, this is 2 days.
And they have to do it for 1.5 years, but they do it proudly.
I think it's a good thing to do.
Right.
Bit of grit.
Yeah.
Bit of tenacity.
But it's certainly a way to get very fit, isn't it? Very quick.
I know, I got a six-pack, man.
Fantastic. I'm really impressed that they've actually gone full on. I thought that they'd be giving you a sort of lightweight taster of.
Because even though I don't like a lot of the stuff, it's good to experience because at least we know what the men in this country have to go through. To put into perspective what people have to go through when they do this training, which was good. It was an eye-opener.
Even with people that we can actually communicate, because some didn't speak English, we didn't speak Korean. Straight away, you'd see they would help you out. If you had something wrong on your attire, they'd just do it. It was really, really humbling. And
the whole thing has been like one of the toughest things I've ever done, but so fun and rewarding.
Brilliant. Going to give you such a different all-round view of Korea.
I have so much respect for all the kids.
You're doing good, but look at that experience. You know, you're so fortunate.
Yeah.
Fortunately, you know, all they've done is enriched your life. You know, in ways I couldn't even comprehend. You know, who'd think of putting you in the military?
It's a really good experience. I'm glad you had it. Hope you're going to maintain that standard when you come back.
Yeah, you'll see everything on camera, which is great. I hope it does it justice of how, like, actually hard it was.
Sure. And where are you off to now?
Bed. I'm so tired.
You might be alcohol-free after that, you know?
No, the only thing I want right now is a beer.
I'm coming in, Lily.
We're done.
And look, Ollie got his hair shaved off as well.
In solidarity.
Oh, hello, Ollie.
Did he tell you that he wasn't going to be in contact?
No, I didn't.
After this episode, which is like just a few more seconds, speaking of haircuts, remind me to tell you about Take Your Time.
Mention that part.
I didn't. The time we found out, I don't think yeah.
We'll see you soon.
Oh, I love you, babe. Soju, big 2-litre bottle.
Soju!
Yeah? Just get me nerves back in check.
Oh, it was so amazing having you on the phone, Dad.
We love you.
I love you too, everyone. Gros bisous.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right. Bye-bye, Natty. I love you.
Bye, love you too.
Love you, darling.
All right, I love you too.
Love you. Love you, Bobby.
All right, love me.
Good to see you. See you later.
Oh, that is amazing surprise. Thank you. I did not expect that whatsoever. I thought it was just a normal interview.
Oh, that was amazing. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks so much.
So I will say, and I think it might surprise some of you, but it might not get some of you. My relationship with my mom is pretty much the same as Bobby and his mom. It's pretty spot on. Mom and I are very, very, very close. So I remember when I was in boot camp, there were 2 opportunities to call home. And of course, this is before cell phones and all that other nonsense. So when I first arrived in Paris Island, God, it was 4 a.m. by the time I got to the phone. Now, long story short, they bring you in on the bus. You are friggin' terrified. It's pitch black. You don't know what to expect. Half the guys are sleeping. We've come from the airport. When you show up at the airport, they're already like, you here, and you're 17 years old, terrified. They bring you on the bus. They bring you through the gate, Paris Island, South Carolina. You get on the yellow footprints. They start shuffling you through this big cattle process of everything that's going on. They start processing your clothes. They start giving you this, giving you that. It is freaking madness how many people they do it with and the speed at which they do it. And they process these new recruits coming in for training. Well, they eventually get us into this room and they say, all right, we're going to bring you out one at a time. You're going to call your parents. You're going to let them know that you're alive and that you've arrived. And then you hang up the phone and you move on. Well, it's 4 a.m. Boop, 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 boop. Call. And of course, this drill instructor's right here. And he's like just staring at me right here. You got to call collect too. Oh, no, I take that back. It was you call. Mom picks up at 4:30. Hello? Mom, it's me. I've arrived at Paris Island, South Carolina. I'm doing well. Honey, are you... Click. Oh, that was it. Oh, that crushed me. Oh, I felt terrible because I knew she was so worried about me. Click. That was like day 2 of me being gone. For the first time, essentially, in my life away from home. Well, then of the 13-week training, I want to say it was like week maybe 9. Now, we've written letters back and forth. Remember people used to do that? I actually still have all of the letters that I sent and received from everybody when I was in boot camp. Everybody. Love that I have that stuff. But outside of the letters, I never got to talk to him. There was no video calls. There was no instant messenger, none of that stuff. But then weapon qualification week came. And the drill instructor, the senior, the daddy, he said, all right, there are 88 of you in here. If you can earn the title rifle expert this week, I will give you a phone call home. Now, there are 4 levels of rifle qualification in the Marine Corps. There were at the time. There's UNQ, UNQ, unqualified. You did not reach the minimum qualification score. And remember, every Marine is a rifleman. This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. It's a big deal for you to know how to shoot as a Marine. And then you have marksman, which is the lowest level. You have sharpshooter, and then you have expert. If you earn expert, I'll give you a phone call home. Well, of course, me at 17 and being ridiculously homesick, I made damn sure I reached expert, and I got it. There were 88 of us in there. I want to say it was 4 of us that made expert. So the drill instructor said, here is your calling card. Go down to this location. There's a payphone. You each get 5 minutes. You're in charge. 5 minutes on the dot. You come right back. Go. So we went down to the payphone. We each took our turns. And my turn finally came up. Did the whole calling card thing. Phone rings. My dad picks up. Now, my dad and I were never close. Whole different thing. And he wasn't much of a talker either. My brother was 10 about that time, which is a whole different thing, me leaving home that early for him. And my mom was not home. So my dad picked up, I'm like, Dad, I earned rifle expert. Like, remember that time you let me shoot that one gun? I think it helped. And I just wanted him to be proud of me. Well, that's great, Ross. Yeah, sorry, Mom's not home. She went out. She's doing so. Oh, man. Do you think she'll be back in the next 5 minutes? No, I don't think so. All right, let me talk to my brother. I talked to him. He's 10. He said some stuff, whatever. But, man, that one opportunity that I had, and I got to talk to them, so I was grateful. But there was still a part of me that was just, I was crushed because I couldn't talk to Mom. And I knew she was going to be devastated when she knew that after 9-10 weeks, I got a chance to call and she wasn't home. I knew that was the case. So that hurt a little bit more. But anyway, point being, in the 13 weeks of training, those were the only 2 opportunities I had outside of written letters, which take friggin' forever to go, be received, and then they write something else and that comes all the way back down. It takes get processed through the whole thing, and then you finally get it. It's a thing. It's a whole thing. But anyway, yeah. Even after a few days, I can understand these guys and how it can be an emotional thing, because even after a couple days, they're not used to this. This is difficult stuff. They don't have their phones. They're outside of their norm. They're pushing themselves physically, emotionally, mentally. And even if it's not like Navy SEAL training every hour of every day. It's still difficult stuff for people to go through. So I think this all really does track, and I do love to see. And I think Bobby's mom it's really, really sweet when she mentions, and I can kind of feel her emotion when she says, you know, Josh and Ollie have done so much for your life. And this is one of those experiences that will, and I'm sure of many, as far as I can tell, one of those experiences that you have to be grateful for. You're so fortunate. This is really, really a great experience. And I agree. I feel like if I could wave my magic wand, I feel like when people graduate from high school, I think there should be 2 years of mandatory additional schooling, 2 years military, 2 years customer service, whether that's restaurant, retail, whatever. Now, some of you are like, F that. Well, think about that. If all of the people experienced all of those things, I feel like a lot of people would have an actual bit of respect for other people that are in those situations. There's a lot of entitled people that walk around, and they don't understand the person that's on the other side of these interactions. And I don't think that would be easy to do, and a lot of people would not enjoy it. Well, that's the whole point. You have a little bit more respect when you understand the person that's across from you and how you have been in their shoes. Now, that's just what I have to say. That's just my opinion, but, you know, that's such as life. Oh, I almost forgot. Take your time. Armand's dad comments about his haircut. When I was initially getting processed into boot camp, one of the first things we do, zoop, zoop, shave that whole head, whole thing. There's 3 barbers there. They line you up. You stand at attention and you just wait. And then there's one person, one of us, that's given this little box of like wax paper, and then they wipe your face and your hair. They go on to the next one, and for whatever the hell that is. But eventually you end up, you're in the chair, cape, they shave it all off, and then you're out the door and you start getting processed in other ways. Well, I remember after I got chopped down, the drill instructor shoots this broom at me. And he says, stand right there at the exit door and don't move. So I grab the broom and I sit there at that exit door and I just wait. All of these recruits come in, they get buzzed down, they get shipped out. And eventually I'm looking at this one kid across the barbershop, which it's a small room, 3 chairs. He's standing there and he's got the box of wax paper. And the last recruit comes in, gets buzzed, and goes out. And he says, you sweep. So I start sweeping. And meanwhile, he has the other kid do something. I don't remember, but I'm sweeping. I get it all swept up, put it in the things like, you missed a spot. And I just keep going. And eventually goes back to your spot. And I'm back against that wall with the broom. And then he looks at the kid that's across the room, standing at the other door. And he goes, you out. And the kid just kind of like starts walking across the room. And he goes, no, stop, back. So the kid goes back to the wall. And he's standing there. He goes, you out. And the kid starts walking, starts kind of sauntering out like he's on vacation. Now I'm watching this and I'm like, bro, do you not understand? You're supposed to move with a sense of urgency. You don't read the room. Now, I can't say any of this, but in my head, I'm like, dude, you're gonna struggle. So the kid saunters across the room and he goes, no, stop, back. And the kid goes back against the wall. And this happens again. He says, go. and the kid starts walking. And the drill instructor, being sarcastic, goes, "Oh, take your time." And the kid slows down as if he literally means, "Please take your time." So the kid goes from like a normal walk and then goes, he's like, "Oh, take your time more." And the kid goes, slow blink. And I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? I don't know if the drill instructor ever lost his composure. I don't know how he maintained through that, but this happened for minutes. Minutes. "No, back, take your time." And it was at that point I was like, I might do all right here. Is this my competition? All right, take your time. Oh man, and I remember having the kid in my platoon later. I wish I could remember his name. Not that it matters, I'm not gonna out him. But he was just one of those kids that I think in that moment he was just completely overwhelmed. He did fine in the rest of the training, but that initial blast of madness, that's enough to really throw you for a loop. Take your time. Okay, this doesn't feel right, but I'm doing what you tell me. Oh man. Yep. All that ridiculous story from a haircut. From somebody saying, "Hey, I see you got a haircut." Well, yes, I did. Oh, man.